Right now, we are going to talk about structures called اسم الفاعل. اسم الفاعل. اسم الفاعل. One more time. اسم الفاعل. Or what they sometimes call it in English, active participate. The doer of an action. Or we can say that فاعل is the subject of the sentence, which in case if you studied before the جملة فعلية, the doer of a verbal action in the sentence. And sometimes we use the فاعل in a place of the conjuncted verb. We replace the conjuncted verb with اسم فاعل, the active participant. From a root like فعل, فعل, and as what we said before, فعل, most of the roots in Arabic is just made from 3 letters or 4 letters, and the first form of the roots is فعل, 3 letters with 3 fatha, فعل. From this form or from this root, we can came up with many meaning active participate. Let's take an example and see how we can take the active participate from the same root or from roots in general. For example, if we hear this verb يسكن, يسكن, يسكن. What does mean, يسكن? يسكن, it means to live. Or if we want to complete the sentence, we will say هو يسكن في دبي. هو يسكن في دبي. He is living in Dubai. So we could probably say هو يسكن في دبي. But also we might hear the verb substituted out from an اسم فاعل, and it has the same meaning, by the way. So how can we do that? First step is we need to figure out what is the root is. So in this case, the root is سكن. سكن. How that happened? سكن. We all know that this ya is part of the conjunction verb. The conjugation of the verb. This ya is part of it. So we just remove the ya and we have the root here. سكن. سكن. One more time. سكن. Which is, by the way, the verb in the past tense. سكن. سكن. So instead of saying هو يسكن في دبي, we can say هو ساكن في دبي. How that happened? What exactly we should do is, as I said before, we move the sign of the conjunction verb, which is the ya, sometimes the alif, sometimes the noon, sometimes the ta, like هو يسكن, هي تسكن, أنا أسكن, the alif, نحن نسكن, the noon, and we add alif after the first letter. سكن, it will be ساكن. سكن, it will be ساكن. And literally, we are saying here is, he is liver in Dubai. He is a liver in Dubai. He is doing living in Dubai. Now, since this is اسم الفاعل, اسم الفاعل, اسم, which is mean noun. Noun describing the verbal action. Yeah, that's it. اسم الفاعل is actually a noun describing the verbal action. And since it is a noun, so if we want to refer to someone else, say a woman, instead of saying هو يسكن, we could say هي تسكن. Instead of say هو ساكن, we will say هي ساكنة في دبي. هي ساكنة في دبي. It's the same steps, but we have to add here تاء مربوطة, which is the marker of the feminine. So we add alif after the first letter, and we add تاء مربوطة in the end. Second example, we might use the verb أعرف. 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 The conjunction verb أعرف, which is mean I know. So if we want to make a whole sentence, I will say أنا أعرف اللغة العربية. أنا أعرف اللغة العربية. So if we want to use the اسم فاعل here, instead of using the conjuncted verb أعرف, it will be, yeah, I know, I can hear you saying that. We're gonna remove the alif because alif is the sign of the conjuncted verb, and we gonna have the root, which is arifa. Arifa. And then we're gonna add alif after the first letter, so it will be أنا أعرف اللغة العربية. أنا عارف اللغة العربية. And since it's a noun, of course we can refer to someone else as a woman, and we say أنا عارفة اللغة العربية. أنا عارفة اللغة العربية. Also, since it's a noun, we can use it not just with singular, we can also use it with a plural. So we can say نحن عارفين by adding يا النون. The third example here, which is gonna be a surprise for you, the conjugated verb يطلب. يطلب. يطلب, which is mean asking for, seeking for. If we will use it in a whole sentence, we will say هو يطلب العلم. هو يطلب العلم. هو يطلب العلم. What does that mean? هو يطلب العلم. Literally, it's mean he's seeking for knowledge. He's requesting for knowledge. He's asking for knowledge. So to change that and replace the اسم الفاعل instead of the conjunction verb, what we're gonna do? Yes, we're gonna move the ya, because ya is a sign of the conjunction verb. So it will be هو طالب العلم. Yeah, I know, طالب. هو طالب العلم. I will hear some of you say that طالب, it's mean student. Yeah, it's mean student because the student is the one who asking for knowledge. So هو طالب العلم. He's asking for knowledge. طالب العلم. And of course, we will do that by adding ta marbuta in the end of the verb, or in the end of the word now, because it's not a verb anymore, it's a noun. And we add the alif after the first letter. Shukran, thank you so much.